What's it actually like working minimum wage jobs in Vancouver? But today, I'm vlogging Poi, just a heads up.
Yeah.
But I think we make a left. But today's video is gonna be a continuation of working minimum wage in Vancouver and the type of mentality that affected me, I guess in a negative way, but it's good to have some reflection on what it's like to actually put in work and the difference between work and work, if that even makes sense. So in my first topic about working, what's it actually like working minimum wage jobs in Vancouver or in Canada? Well, Canada, it varies, right, by province, or if, for you Americans, states. So I live in British Columbia, Vancouver, Canada. So the minimum wage in Vancouver used to be something like stupid, like $6. If you worked at a fast food joint and then you had to work 500 hours, then they would bump you up to like $7. As long as I could remember, I always had that mentality of needing to work because I didn't see my parents a lot and I saw how hard they worked, and that was like my motivation and drive, is to work hard. And that's pretty much what I still stand by today. I'm not gonna let someone outwork me. I will outwork you. I swear, I will bleed, in the words of Gary Vee, I will bleed out of my eyes before I let someone else outwork me. The definition of work is working a job for an hourly wage. Since I was 13, I talked about this in the other video, where 14 sweeping floors for $9 an hour. I remember working at a fast food places making burgers for $10 an hour, and I still do, or pretty damn recently too. And some of the B-roll clips actually that I filmed was I worked at this most recent place in March. I worked at this factory because I needed extra money on top of my restaurant job to pay for my mom's flight back to Vietnam and my trip. And I was so damn miserable working in a factory. It was for a startup company in Vancouver, and they treated their employees like garbage. I stood there for 8 hours a day in this cold warehouse with 3 other rows of people, and we're all just there shoving packages into other packages. And I'm for 8 hours, I'm what am I doing with my life right now? The amount of questions I had, and the people around me, I'm not being condescending, but they're stupid as hell, and they treated people poorly and just really negative. And I had to deal with the people that were supposed to work with me, and it made me think me, I always had oh yeah, I will work, I'm humble, I know what it's like to work hard, but sometimes I guess it's to my own defeat. One of the bad things of my own weaknesses, since I was 13, 14, I was so damn used to working jobs that I hated just to get by, whether that was to pay for my textbooks, whether that was pay for my tuition, whether that's to help my parents pay their bills. I always had that mentality I needed to get that starving artist life. I needed to have some kind of crap job because I was so used to it since I was 12 or 13 years old. And I guess it was a chip on my shoulder. It's oh yeah, you think you work hard, man? Look how hard I'm damn working. And I guess it was to my own demise, because there was a point in my life where it's is this what I really want to do? To work these crap jobs and keep doing these crap jobs just so I can support the thing that I love to do? And is this sustainable? And it kind of goes back to the point of how I was always around people who work these jobs that were older than me. They're 30, 40, 50, 60, and they're work their entire lives doing these jobs and not really seeing other perspectives and other opportunities. There's always that inner struggle between working hard and providing for the people that provide for me, in respects to doing what really I want. So there's that inner and outer constant battle. Minimum wage jobs, these wages aren't meant to support families. They're called minimum wage because, they're entry level jobs. So, it's all about really defining, like having damn higher standards, and really like that inner struggle of like what you want, and making ends meet. That's something I still gotta figure out. The cute little donkey. Create some kind of hustle, do whatever, don't settle for anything. And that's the same common theme in life, working or whatever. Like, I always had this chip on my shoulder, but it's like hard work forever pays. But you have to learn the difference between working hard and working smart, and you don't do one or the other. It's always both. This lighting is really bad. I am like super yellow, but there's one more important crucial factor that I didn't talk about, and that was abundance versus scarcity, right? Scarcity in the mindset of that you're doing everything to save, right? Save, 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 save. The world is gonna end, so I'm always in this scarcity mindset. I'm gonna play everything safe. Where the truth is, in this day and age, you need to play a bit of both games. You gotta sense that sense of abundance where, there's multiple streams to make income. And there isn't this, I'm gonna get this crap job, save my money, save my savings, have that checking account all fine and dandy, and play life safe, right? And that's the mindset that I need to constantly remind myself, right? The abundance mindset versus scarcity type of mindset. And this can apply to everything, whether that's, relationships, people that you meet, business, abundance versus scarcity, or however you want to say it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.